Hey guys, what is going on? DT here, and I wanted to share with you a observation that I made a little while ago. So something very interesting on this Guild Wars 2 character selection screen is, you get this flat background, and I've always actually wondered what this background is, whether it's something from the Mists, or whether it's, I always like it was Lion's Arch, and that's kind of what it looks like, the old Lion's Arch at least, before it was destroyed by what's her name? By the villain that I absolutely hate. But what's interesting is I always wondered what the characters are facing on our side. So like they're facing us right now. We can see what's behind them, but what are they looking at? And obviously this is a 3D game, so they have to render out, especially if there's a light source, then there's probably something that the devs have put on the opposite side, especially for reflections. Well, what's interesting you can do is I just created a Sura engineer. And she has the goggles, and if you look right here, you can see a high amount of reflection in this one particular goggle. And look right there. So what she's looking at and what her goggle is actually reflecting is, you can see at the very top there's sky, so it's like a blue sky. There's some sort of dark green tree line, and then down below you can see the actual grass, kind of like a field of some sort that she's looking at. And if you pan all the way across, it kind of stays with that. You can see a couple of glimpses of light blue, and you're gonna have to turn your res probably up pretty high on YouTube for this, but yeah, you can definitely see it. And there's a little bit of white, but yeah, there's definitely something that she's looking at and that is reflecting into the glass. I have another character actually that you can see a little bit better. So with this Guardian, she has this massive belt, and you can see almost as clear as day as what's going on. Right here is where that light source is. You can tell it's coming down from the top, casting all the shadows. You can see very bright versus very dark, obviously. But then again, kind of going with that same image that we saw over here, you have the blue sky with some clouds. You have the dark green, either trees or probably trees. That's kind of what it looks like. You have the lighter green grass across the bottom, which you can see pretty clear. And then what's very interesting is right here, it gets a little bit darker, and at least on my screen, you can see a slight color change at the very top, and it kind of grows up into the sky, and it kind of keeps its shape a little bit. So it's definitely far off in the distance, not compared to like these trees that are very close over here. And so what I'm thinking is that this is actually Divinity's Reach. It's not the most amazing discovery, but I just think it's interesting that on the other side of these characters is Divinity's Reach, and that's what these reflections are actually reflecting. So, and then on obviously what we're facing is Lion's Arch. And I thought it was just kind of interesting observation. I'm not sure if this is, it's got to be probably a 3D image, just because of how things rotate. It wouldn't rotate correctly if it was just kind of flat. It was just reflecting rounded images of like a rounded 2D image, so it has to be actually rendered out 3D of some sort. So anyway, interesting observation. I'm not sure what relevance it has to the story, or if it does at all, but anyway, just wanted to point that out. Thanks guys, appreciate it. Bye.